Not too long ago, Apple filed a lawsuit against OpenAI. I mean, it's pretty common to see Apple suing someone or something, but this one's actually pretty serious. Apple is basically suing them, accusing them of taking confidential documents and obtaining them illegally. To sort of understand this, we're going to need to understand the two main people that were involved with this. Tang Tan and Chang Lu. Tang Tan is now OpenAI's chief hardware officer and Apple's previous product design officer. Chang Lu, the former senior system electrical design engineer. Both of these people have joined OpenAI. Now, remember those two names, because we're going to be coming back to them later. Surprisingly, Jony Ive is involved in the lawsuit. Yeah, the guy who designed that Ferrari Apple-looking type car. He is named in the files, but not named as a defendant, so we don't know for sure if Apple is also involving him in it. The first guy, Tang Tan, was actually accused by Apple of using job interviews as a show and tell. They're saying that he used those job interviews and that excuse to take these confidential documents from Apple in an illegal way from the candidates that were interviewing from Apple to OpenAI. According to the allegations, Tang Tan would use the interviews as an intelligence gathering session. Now, it's pretty common knowledge that all Apple employees get some sort of their own hardware. Chang Lu was issued his own company-issued MacBook, and he failed to return it. It had tons of company documents on it. They're accusing him of using those documents and giving away a bunch of prototypes and details about unreleased Apple products. So while working for OpenAI, he was actively downloading new files from the company-issued MacBook. There have always been rumors that OpenAI is trying to replicate Apple's style to make their own hardware compatible with their already brilliant AI. One thing that Apple lacks is AI, so if OpenAI could get their prototypes, this could be really bad for them. That one last hardware component is all that OpenAI needs, and honestly, they could obtain tons of information using these 400 Apple employees that they have already hired, and Apple is accusing them of using those employees as sort of spies or intelligence. These accusations have been pretty recent, so OpenAI hasn't got a lot of time to respond, but they said they have no interest in taking Apple's company and trade secrets. But if you were Apple, you'd see how this could seriously damage your company, and you would want to file a lawsuit anyways. If Apple does win the lawsuit, then this just increases my suspicions that OpenAI is trying to build their own hardware. I mean, imagine like 20 years from now, we're all using OpenAI tablets or whatever. If you look into this case even more, the details are pretty crazy because one of the people who came over from Apple to OpenAI actually reacted to the confidential files in a really funny way. The OpenAI engineer said, LOL. I just got access to the files, or something along those lines. Apple and ChatGPT had recently partnered up a bunch of years ago for Siri AI to integrate it into the iPhone. Now they're completely breaking ties, and Apple is replacing their AI with Google Gemini. It's just crazy how these two hardware companies, or semi-hardware companies, had come together for a moment, and now they're completely destroying each other. The companies had a public partnership just 2 years ago, and now Apple is saying this is just the tip of the iceberg in the hardware wars. Honestly, it's kind of crazy because you could technically say that OpenAI had this plan all along.